What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the Safe Zone. My name is Cole, I'm the Master Reactor, and today we are here reacting to a new Ted Nivison upload. We are reacting to the weirdest Halloween movies you've never heard of. Now I am excited for this kind of commentary style content from Ted because he is always so hilarious with his delivery and jokes and just like dry humor, but I don't mean that in a negative way. I don't know how to describe it, but he is so funny all the time. Please go watch Ted Nivison's content because he's a really good content creator and I think you'll really enjoy him. If you're here and you're not subscribed to Ted, you should definitely go do that. But while you're here, after you subscribe to Ted, then you should definitely hit the subscribe button for me as well because we are trying to hit 1.7 thousand subscribers by the end of November. We have already made tons of progress, so please, if you can keep that ball rolling, that'd be totally awesome. But while you're down there, please make sure to leave a like as it will always help the channel, and also make sure to leave a comment on what you think I should react to next or if you thought of the video. I am always open to suggestions and I love hearing what you have to say, but I don't want to wait any further. I say without further ado that we dive straight into this Ted Nivison video.
I may have found the strangest Halloween movies that no one seems to know about. It started with this movie, A Halloween Puppy, but from there it took me on a journey to unearth some of the strangest films I have ever come across. So I suggest you watch this until the end because it gets interesting, that's for sure. So let's start from the beginning. I was doing some digging on the internet looking for some low-budget Halloween fun to celebrate this month. When I came across this film, A Halloween Puppy, what appears to be a wonderful family-friendly spook. The ratings for this movie were through the floor, so naturally I had to get my hands on it. Unfortunately, this
I don't know why. I've just never heard someone describe reviews as through the floor. Is that like Ted Nivison, or is that an actual thing that people use? Because I know like through the roof, but through the floor is really funny if that's not real. Like that, I actually really liked that joke.
From the only platform it was available for streaming on, but that did not stop me. I scoured the internet, checking every single grimy back corner website I could find just to have a taste of what this movie had to offer, to no avail. It was like the movie had been scrubbed from the internet, so naturally, my curiosity was exploding. I had to order the DVD of this movie and then purchase an external DVD player in order to even watch it. Look what just came in the mail. I am so
the dedication to watch this movie.
Halloween Puppy. Look at that cover art. That is beautiful.
What?
That's something else. So let's read the synopsis of the film. A boy accidentally turns his mom's boyfriend into a dog. Oh, well now I gotta see this. And is this movie as bad as the ratings suggest? Yes. Yes, it is. The movie starts off incredibly promising with an animated intro of ghouls and goblins, making you think, hey, this movie's going to be pretty spooky. It's going to have all of those things. It seems like for the intro, they forgot it was not just about Halloween, but a Halloween puppy, because suddenly stock photos of puppies start appearing as if they were an afterthought in the intro sequence. It also might be important to note that none of the puppies shown in the intro are ever the same type of breed of dog as the one that's on the poster of the movie, which is the only dog featured or ever seen in the movie. The film establishes the story taking place probably in the greater Los Angeles area in what looks like a 10 million...
That is bad camera work there. The overhead shots I don't really care about, but something that a lot of films will do is sometimes they'll film in the daytime and then color correct it to look like night. And they'll add like a blue filter over it. They'll add a few more textures to it to make it look like it's nighttime, but that way they get the good lighting of daytime. A lot of films will use that. If you look closely in some films, like I was recently watching It and It Chapter 2. They use that trick when filming the scene with Georgie at the beginning. They use that like daylight darkening, and you can kind of tell once you know what you're looking for. But when films do it well, I think it looks great. But that was literally just putting a blue filter over an overhead shot of a neighborhood. So,
dollar mansion, and then immediately cuts to this incredibly long shot from the perspective of someone walking down a hallway. This is intended to be spooky, but it goes on so long that it seems like
that's
that they
such a bad blue
that they
filter.
were filming. And cut.
Okay, I think Ted noticed that as well.
Sammy, cut. Cut. Cut.
Whoa. What?
Sammy, I called cut. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about the Eiffel Tower. Like, why don't they just call it French Tower?
You know, that's a good point.
Let me see that shot first. We might have something here, son.
We're then introduced to two of the main characters, Adam and his mom, Linda, who works as a veterinarian. She's coming home from work, and her idea of greeting her son is to tell him that a monitor lizard swallowed a chew toy at work, and then gives him that chew toy as a bit, and he acts like that's the best joke that he's ever heard.
I thought my son could appreciate a fully chewed chew toy.
That's just
Oh.
gross.
Yeah.
Why would he want that? Adam's main
Ew,
character trait
no.
is that he's obsessed with Halloween, to the point where he acts like this.
Oh, by the way, can I have a Halloween movie night? Please.
What?
How old is this kid? He's got to be 17 years old in this movie. Why is he doing a little kid beg to his mom to have a Halloween movie night? That's a little strange. So then
Yeah.
Adam goes to sleep, and then...
Hello?
What?
Oh.
Where did the budget for the title cards in this film
I
go?
think
They
the,
spend all
I
that
think,
money.
Yeah, I think he's about to say this, but I think all the budget went to the opening card. If I'm not gonna be mistaken here.
Money on the intro. So the next day, it's Adam talking to his mom about how he doesn't want to go to college, with Adam making reference to the literal mansion that they live in as a fallback option, I guess.
Besides, look at this house. We live like kings.
And then his mom gives the weirdest explanation for why they're living in this mansion.
No, we live like people who got a great deal on a short-term rental because a formerly sick Pekingese had a very grateful owner who also just happened to be a real estate agent.
That sounds less like a real reason and more like an alibi. Linda,
Yeah, I was about to say that seems like too detailed for like a reason and more like an excuse. Like he said alibi. I think that works way better, but it's like you're trying to like make up something just to like cover up a mistake you made or something. It's just like when you write an essay and you don't know what you're writing about. I have an essay tomorrow that I need to. You know what? We're just gonna push through this. But when you're writing an essay that you don't know a lot about, so you'll just kind of like fluff it out with extra detail and like fake details that sound right. That sounded like what she was just saying.
what happened to the previous owners? What did you do to them, Linda? They spend time talking about one of the central plots of the movie, which is Linda's boyfriend, Ted, being very predictable. And Linda feels as though she's in a cycle where every time they hang out, they're just doing the same thing and their relationship is going nowhere. This whole conversation happens when they are this close to each other. That is like 2 feet. If my mom got that close to me in a conversation, I would be like, whoa, what? Am I in trouble? Adam has all of these plans for how he wants to spend Halloween because it's his favorite holiday, and he wants to be able to use his mom's car for Halloween night. His mom responds with this.
It's Halloween, okay? You're gonna be in ghost, ghoul, movie overload, okay? Google-eyed, let's see. Driving on 2 wheels, dreaming up new monsters. Absolutely not. I'm driving.
You're telling me that this kid has such a significant Halloween addiction that he's unable to operate a motor vehicle? This has become a disability for him? That's worrisome, to say the least. We're then introduced to Ted, played by Eric Roberts, who was also this guy in The Dark Knight. I just thought I would mention that. And he comes in with a box of donuts, but he weirdly does not eat a single donut and instead is just licking the frosting from the inside of the box. Sir, stop, sir. Linda then tries to talk to Ted about improving their relationship before he goes to work, but he is a weird, clueless man. And then he leaves for work and Linda's like, sick. Later on, Adam is setting up the Halloween decorations, which feels a little late in the game given the fact that it's the day before Halloween. And we're introduced to the classic and literal girl next door, Molly. She comes out of the woods, nobody knows from where, and she's here to show Adam a spooky book.
Look at this. It looks cool. Kind of like the Necronomicon.
What?
I had the same reaction, Molly.
The Necronomicon?
He's talking about the Necronomicon, which is a fictitious ancient book of the dead. If he is talking about what I think he is and just saying it wrong, that makes his reaction here even funnier.
The Never mind. I'll just show you the movies. You know, you seem so smart. And then you're so not smart about the things that matter.
You're such a fucking dick. You don't even know how to say it, dude.
What?
Cauldrons, plants, animals. This is like some medieval witch's spellbook.
I mean, I guess. It looks like a Bible from a burnt-down Motel 6, but I suppose ancient spellbook is also an appropriate takeaway. This entire scene, and really the whole movie, kind of gives off Spanish class videos from middle school vibe. No sé por qué hicieron esta la película. I used Google Translate for that.
I could guess, seeing as, like, the pronunciation of those words was very, to put it bluntly, white. Like, wow, that's like saying like hola instead of like hola. It's like you can't. Yikes, that was some pretty bad Google Translate. Not gonna lie.
We're going to get what looks like the horn of a unicorn.
Most of that stuff has modern equivalents.
How do you know that?
I'm just interested in it, that's all. No big deal.
There's a slight hint that Molly knows how to do magic,
just
and then
a
Molly goes
slight
inside to
hint.
say hi to
What?
Linda, and they sit on this shot of the spell book for very long. Almost as if to say, book important. Book part of story. So Linda vents to Molly
Well, I'm
about
glad
how she's
they-
got
I'm
some
glad they
personal
told me.
issues in her life going on, as they stand once again way too close to each other. And Molly suggests that Linda could use her parents' cabin to have like a getaway weekend. To which Linda responds with this.
Yeah, I've got some personal stuff going on, and I think going away for the weekend would be the perfect way to take care of it one way or another.
Why'd you say it like that? How
Yeah.
did Linda manage to make an innocent conversation seem suspicious with that one line? She
Yeah,
decides
no,
at the
just,
perfect time.
I will go to this cabin to fix things one way or another. Like, hold on, Linda. What are you doing?
Time to go on this trip would be tomorrow. You know, Halloween, her son's favorite holiday. Surely he'll be fine with that. And then she leaves to go call Molly's parents. We're then introduced to what I suppose are the main antagonists of the film, Nikki and Chad. They're Adam's neighbors, and they've basically come over to bully him and take Adam's Halloween supplies for their haunted house.
Halloween, huh? I like Halloween. I like seeing little kids scream.
This guy is gonna be in jail by 20 if he keeps
Yeah.
saying shit like that.
We're making
Yeah.
a haunted house. It's gonna be at our place.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's gonna be the scariest thing you've ever seen.
I don't know. I've been to the haunted hayride or the haunted hotel down.
No way. Ours is gonna be scariest. It's gonna be in our garage.
Yes.
It'll be totally scary.
Well, if you guys are involved in.
Like, see, this feels like an amateur college film. I don't know what the origins of this is, but this acting is totally like, these are my friends who agreed to do this for my project, and I just gave them lines that they had to read, and I held the script over here off screen. Like, that's the vibe that this movie is giving, which, to be fair, that's what everyone I assume thinks of it, because it has an awful rating, but still.
No, it's gonna be scary.
Yeah.
This is a really weird conversation. It's like half
Yeah.
bullying and half small talk. What is happening here? It
Wait,
seems like
I
Adam is less
completely forgot they were
intimidated
supposed to
by
be
them as
bullies.
he
What?
is uncomfortable around them. Also, everybody in this movie refers to these two as the twins, and they all say it in the same exact tone.
The twins.
Oh no. The twins.
Oh, the twins.
What are these guys, like Tweedledee and Tweedledum? Linda comes
They
outside
are
and tries to stop them from
the
stealing
twins.
from them, but then they just ignore her completely and steal the box. Also, that box has to be like 10 pounds. Why are they carrying it together? So later on, Linda fills in Adam with her plan to go to this cabin with Ted the next day, and weirdly asks Adam to come with her. You know, on Halloween.
And by now you mean in November, right? Not on Halloween, my favorite day of the year.
What a terrible mom. Also, why does Adam even need to be there? He's not involved in their relationship problem. And she gives the strangest
yeah.
justification for doing it on a whim.
Oh
Hey,
no.
okay, look, I know it's a really big day for you, but I'll make it up to you, Adam. I mean, you are man enough to know that you have to,
Whoa!
take care of things
Come
like
on
this
now.
right away.
Adam eventually agrees and then proceeds to complain to Molly about it, who
Linda's
ends up
just not
also
good at,
agreeing
like,
to come on the trip. And then
describing
Adam goes on
things.
another tangent about how much he likes Halloween.
I like going to Mr. Flyswatter's haunted garage and seeing what new creatures he's dreamed up this season. I like watching as many horror movies as I can on 3 separate screens while eating piles of candy pretending that it's human flesh.
He wants to eat candy and pretend that it's flesh.
You know what they give out around this neighborhood? Whole candy bars, not just
Oh,
the
that's
He's trick-or-treating at 17? What is his problem?
I
This
mean,
kid
hey,
needs to get-
like, don't hate the game. I'm getting full candy bars from my neighbors. Of course I'm going. Now, like, if you're trick-or-treating in a neighborhood and you're, like, 17 and all they're giving are those, like, fun size, like, this big, like, Snickers bars and, like, Hershey's, then, yeah, no, maybe it's not worth it. But if you go to those, like, really rich neighborhoods and they give out, like, 2 full-size candy bars just because they had it, and it's just like, okay, sure, I'll trick or treat at 17, you know, whatever. I'm not 17, by the way, but like, I mean, I would do that totally. Like, I don't see the
get
problem
some
there.
help because he is showing the telltale signs of a physical addiction to Halloween. Imagine if he did this for every holiday. He would be the weirdest person to be around.
What is going
He's
on,
Thai, wait.
fellow high schooler Trent?
Hey, what's up, man? You excited for Christmas break? Yeah, Trent. My dad just bought a 45 and spikes for the fireplace. We're gonna get him for sure this year.
Okay.
Brent, are you and your dad gonna try to kill
Rudolph,
Santa Claus?
And there's Santa, and there's Mrs. Claus, and there's the elves. Oh, there's
What?
the elves, all right. The elves are coming. The elves are coming. They're coming, aren't they? And they're gonna.
Hey, Trent. What is wrong with him? Oh, you know, that's just crazy Adam. He gets a little bit too much into the holiday spirit.
Did somebody say spirits? I love Halloween.
Wait, what? What? What do you mean? So Linda convinces Ted to come to the cabin that weekend, and he agrees but says he has to show up after he's picked up his car from the mechanic. And that night, in order to cheer Adam up, Molly has Adam join her in trying to perform a spell from the Motel 6 Bible that she found. They perform a spell.
No, I love that line out of context. What? To cheer Adam up, they did a ritual from a Motel 6 Bible. I'm sorry? What?
In which they say,
Ted, Klaatu, Barada, Nikto.
which is just a famous line from The Day the Earth Stood Still, and also not Latin, which she said the book was written in. The spell does nothing at first, but then Ted comes along, asks them what they're up to, and when they respond, he says,
Neato!
Oh, no. You're seeing what I'm talking about now, right? Like, that blue is bad.
Neato. Which incidentally causes the spell to activate as displayed by this very high-budget VFX and sends a yellow orb into Ted's face, causing him to become tired and go to sleep. It's also abundantly clear that they shot Eric Roberts' scenes during the day and then attempted to color correct to try to make it look like it was still night.
Yeah, because, like, the skin is, like, a purplish color.
Okay. The next day, Adam comes downstairs and discovers with Linda a dog that has appeared in their house. So that dog is Ted, who has been turned into a dog by the magic, and you can also hear his thoughts.
Linda! Oh, hi. Sorry I fell asleep on the couch. I don't know what happened.
So obviously, this is where the title of the movie gets its name.
I'm a puppy? Oh.
No, you're a fully grown English bulldog. This
I figured that they were just going with it, but I definitely was like, hold on, wait. That's not a puppy. I mean, I don't know bulldogs, but, like, I don't think that's a puppy.
About the film, where the dog is very clearly a full-grown dog, but everyone insists calling it a puppy. And it makes me feel like this is the only dog that they could get a hold of. Like, they wanted a puppy, but they just couldn't get one, so everyone just
I mean, all the puppies they used were in the intro scene, I guess.
The best course of action is to take the dog with them to the cabin, and it's becoming wildly apparent that not even a nuke could stop this lady from going to this cabin. Also, this might be nitpicky, but at one point, Linda tells Adam, who's dressed in yesterday's clothes, to get dressed. He leaves to go do that. And the next time we see him, he's in the same outfit, and he wears that outfit for the rest of the movie. The drive to the cabin is a whole scene in this movie.
It's a good outfit.
It shouldn't be. But it is. It's made up of these shots of their car driving down a road with voiceovers from the cast that I can only assume had to be improv during the shoot.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
When are we gonna get there?
And Adam, well, he's still yelling about Halloween.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Hey, when are we gonna get there?
I'm supposed to be looking up, like, all this zombie stuff, but no, we're out in nature and...
It's starting to feel like his interest is less in Halloween and more in mentioning topics that vaguely relate to Halloween. As if he's constantly trying to prove that he likes Halloween, but just learned what it is. I think the best part about this driving scene, though, is how they facilitate the change of setting for the viewer. So here's them driving down the road. They're very clearly in California. This is very likely on one of the roads going on the mountains that surround the San Fernando Valley. Then it fades into totally different climate. Looks like a forest in Oregon. This cabin is far away. Then it fades into, oh, they're still driving in California. Maybe that was like a memory or something. Then it fades into,
that was a memory.
This is a very far away cabin. They end the drive in the same climate they started in. Either way, Crazy Adam, Magic Molly, Dog Ted, and Psycho Linda have reached the cabin. Molly brings Adam to visit, I think, her family friend who happens to live nearby this cabin and is also a witch.
Oh, okay. This is my friend Adam. Hello, Adam. You seem dubious.
No, ma'am.
These are like AI conversations given form. In her clairvoyant nature,
no, that's true though. It also like sounds like someone like an old person trying to describe what it's like to play Among Us. Like it's just like, are you acting dubious? Like, the word is so unnatural in this scenario.
Knows that Molly and Adam performed a spell and wants to help them figure out what it is that they did. So they bring the witch lady the book, and she says that it's a very powerful spell book and that you'd need extensive magical training in order to even attempt to perform a spell. But then 2 seconds later is like, oh, Ted turned into a dog because he said Neato.
You didn't say Nikto?
No,
I didn't. See, we couldn't have transformed anyone.
Perhaps, as long as no one said Nito.
Wait, what?
What?
Nito!
My favorite.
Does that happen often enough where you're like, oh, well, if they didn't say Nikto, they must have said Nito. Because when I was a kid, my dad said Nito and turned himself into a dog. So I know this thing can happen. Like, what? You're expecting that? What?
Favorite part of this scene, though, is when she mentions the significance of the spell being done on Halloween, and Adam responds this way.
So, if I had done the spell on St. Patty's Day, I'd have a pot of gold right now.
Come on, man. The whole time you've
What?
been obsessed with the holiday. But the moment someone else places significance on it, he's like, I don't understand why this would be a big deal.
You're telling me that we turned my mom's boyfriend into a Halloween puppy. Oh, I'm so grounded.
He said the thing. That's the title of the movie. Is that what we're doing now? Just placing the name?
Okay, that scared me. I didn't like how in sync that was. Because all I could think of was the Leonardo DiCaprio image from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think that's what movie that's from. I don't know, but just where you like that meme. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you have, you know. But I was just about to say, he said the line, and then okay.
Name of the holiday in front of things that happen close to them. It turns out the solution is that they have to say the spell backwards at the place that it was cast in order for Ted to turn back into a human again, which is just like the undo button of
it's
like.
the
As they're leaving,
Control-Z.
though, Adam asks the witch for proof that she's a witch so he knows that he can trust her, and she does this.
Okay, let's go.
Good luck.
Seems that they bought 4 templates for visual effects.
Yeah.
And they're just cycling through them.
No,
You
because
may
they
be
got the sparkles, they have the lightning bolt, they have the sphere, and I don't know, that's all I've seen so far in this video. And the blue filter. That's not magic, but it's what they use a lot.
Wondering what Linda and Ted the dog were up to this whole time, because they did have a scene that was intercutting between the one I just talked about. There is a full 5 or 6 minutes in this film that is just Linda walking around with the dog, aggressively petting him, with Eric Roberts commentating the whole time. There's shots of the dog eating grass, and then Linda joining the dog in eating the grass. They even keep in shots where she's trying to wrangle the dog, and the dog clearly wants nothing to do with her, and they use that shot twice. Eric Roberts' voiceover starts to get a little bit more weird.
It's really the simple things.
What?
I'm tired.
Basically, after this, Adam and Molly
I feel like that's not even like, he wasn't even voice acting for the dog. He was just like tied up in a basement somewhere. Like, you must record lines for our movie. And he's like, I've been recording lines for so long, please. I'm so tired. Perfect. All right, you're free to go. We just needed that last line. Like, there's just no emotion in that voice acting at all.
To the cabin, and they make up some bullshit reason why they need to go back to LA. So they drive back to LA, are about
on the same road. Wait, what?
Whoopsie fucking do. The twins stole the spell so they could have it for their haunted house. Then the only way that Molly and Adam can get the book back is that they have to go through the twins' haunted house.
Perfect. We were just looking for you.
These two need to be in jail. The haunted house that the twins made looks like they're just getting their garage painted or something. Like, this is the climax. This is the haunted house that we've been hearing so much about. I'm starting to think that Adam doesn't actually like Halloween, if that is something that Molly needed to check in with him about. He's getting scared when a prop bat the size of a baseball falls in front of him. They finally reach where the book is, and they get ambushed by the twins. So we're just like, we're gonna beat you up. That's the entirety of our plan here.
Oh, listen to you, big boy. So here's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, no, didn't like
you're gonna lay down on our altar and be our victim for the week.
Do these guys have a fetish for crime?
Yeah,
Plus, they're doing a haunted house, and one of them is dressed as a cowboy. The least scary option for a Halloween costume. That's just a man that lived in Texas in 1912.
Yeah, we're gonna kill you over and over again all night and spray you with fake blood and guts and stuff.
What's going on?
What?
Here? What's happening? Either way, in the craziest twist of events
like,
in this movie.
I feel like we're both picking up on this. A lot of like tension almost between the bullies and the main characters. Like, why are they delivering their lines like that?
Decides in this moment to reveal the fact that she can use magic. She does like a Naruto jutsu and then creates another yellow orb and scares the twins away. I'm starting to think that the only magic that people can use in this universe comes in the form of yellow orbs. In the end,
also,
Molly
like,
and Adam
a little bit of like graphics like detail that I've just noticed about how bad it is still, but something I find really funny is that they didn't even put in the work to like keep the yellow orb in the same place. They put it on like a layer by itself above like the shot, obviously, when they're putting it in, but they didn't track it with the shot, so whenever the camera moves, the ball continues to stay in that one spot on screen as like everything else moves behind it. And so it just it looks so bad. I'm sorry. I'm like majoring in film, so like this stuff kind of bothers me.
reverse the spell, Ted turns back into a human, makes up with Linda, and promises to improve their relationship. The twins apologize for being criminals, and finally, Adam and Molly.
What's with this
get a
blue filter?
Halloween
It
smooch.
looks like it's supposed to be
Terrible
daytime.
movie, but that's not where my story ends. So I initially thought I might want to do a double feature presentation for this video where I find another terrible Halloween movie. So I started looking at the suggested movies that were from the same director. I found this movie called 666 Teen Warlock. I was like, yes, this seems like it's going to be incredible. But this is when my search for low-budget Halloween movies took an interesting turn. Here's the synopsis of the film. A witch informs a teen that he'll become a warlock on his 18th birthday. Okay,
You're a
very
warlock,
cool premise.
Harry.
Sounds like it's gonna be maybe a Harry Potter or Percy Jackson
Yeah.
type scenario. All right. The intro to this movie is also wild. This is gonna be sick. This is gonna be badass. I'm gonna keep the summary of this movie straight to the point and very short, because coming off of this movie after watching Halloween Puppy was really, really weird. To give you an idea, this is the opening sequence of the movie.
Oh, God.
Hey, Candace. I'm Larry.
Oh.
I go to this school too. Is Candace?
Okay.
along for
No.
candy?
Hey,
Because
stop that.
You look good enough to eat.
Okay. Okay. This
No. Okay, is this... You know what I'm thinking, right? That looks like it's... It looks like it's that. It looks... You know what I'm talking about, right? Like, I did not like that at all. That, like, genuinely made me, like, so disgusted.
kind of sets the vibe of the entire film. So basically, it's about this
Oh,
kid
no.
Larry, who's visited by this witch who tells him he's now the gatekeeper of the world and has to stop an evil demon named
what?
Kevin from taking over the world and killing him. This one is also shot in a mansion, but
Kevin?
this time the justification...
Okay, no, you need to watch my last reaction. Kevin, the demon Kevin is in this movie? Like the one from the Roblox game? What?
for them being there is that it's a private school.
You're still in high school. Ugh, great.
It's a private school.
But they made zero effort to change the hallways and rooms to appear as anything more than just someone's house. I started noticing in this movie an increase in men taking off their shirt, or just having situations that they cannot find their shirt. There's a guy whose whole character arc is he just can't find his shirt.
Hey, did you guys find a shirt for me yet? Guess not. I'm so confused. I just came down here to get a shirt.
He just can't find his fucking shirt. By the end of the movie, not a single man is wearing a shirt, and they have seemingly no intention to put one on. There's also the headmaster of the private school who at one point goes on this like misogynistic rant.
As a young man like you can be taught, improved. But the same can't be said for the opposite sex. They're mischievous, devious creatures, illogical, and they don't listen to authority.
There's Kevin the demon that the main
Why?
character
No.
is fighting, and you can tell he's a demon because he's got a big ass fucking
Yeah,
horn in the center of his forehead. And the only real power that the character uses in this film is the ability to command people to do what he wants them to do with his mind. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What's going on here? The actual teen Warlock part is 30 minutes long. And then there's an additional hour of these 3 women that are in a theater watching other B movies with men with their shirt off. What relation did that have to the original movie? So I thought, okay, the main substance of that movie was pretty short, but it was funny. It was weird. Although I should probably find another movie to talk about and make it kind of like a trio of sorts. So I decided to order the DVD.
Here's the thing, right? Like, shirtless men. I'm not saying I'm impartial of seeing them. However, it definitely feels like we're not watching a movie. We're watching a movie. I don't want to fill in that blank because YouTube will definitely get mad at me, but that's definitely what I'm getting from these. So I'm assuming that the next one, because he just said he's like going to talk about another one, I'm assuming it's just going to get way worse, and I'm very scared.
Of this movie from the same director, David DeContrell. It's called 3 Witches, and I'm like, okay, doesn't seem like anything could be off here. Probably just gonna get the classic campy B-tier movie horror. It showed up in the mail, and I looked at the cover art and I said, oh, this cover art looks different than what I had ordered in the mail. 7 shirtless men have been added to the cover. So I realized something was going on here. So I went to the director's IMDb page. David DeContrell's filmography is made up of pretty much softcore, you know, softcore. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get demonetized. So for this reason, I'm going to refer to it as lightly creamed corn. A lot of his movies are lightly creamed corn. However, in the marketing for these movies, they don't really say that that's what you're getting. The posters, the log lines, everything makes it appear as if you're going to see a classic horror B movie. I didn't realize until I was actually watching them that they were not totally that thing. Then when I looked at David's earlier work, it started to make a lot of sense. Wicked Stepbrother, Frankenqueen, Nightmare Mansion, Boy Crazies, Bigfoot Island, Voodoo Academy. Are you noticing a trend here? But
I think so.
Nothing would prepare me for the monster of a title that is Bigfoot versus D.B. Cooper. Oh my god. There's no way this could be lightly creamed corn, could it? This is a screenshot from the movie. Great. Which is a shame because seeing a mysterious man that hijacked an airplane in the 1970s go toe-to-toe with Bigfoot is a concept I would pay blockbuster money to see. There's also an implication in the title that they're of the same power level.
Like here's the thing, right? Like I can imagine a movie like that. Would it be a good movie? I don't know, but I can imagine where like DB Cooper jumps out of the plane. We're following him after the big heist. He lands in a forest and like is attacked by Bigfoot, and that's where some like he hits some of the banknotes out of his bag into the river, and that's what the cops find later. Like, and DB Cooper didn't disappear. He's actually with Bigfoot, and since no one can actually find Bigfoot or DB Cooper, that's how they would end the movie, with them like hiding out together like from the world. Like that could work as like a enemies to friends kind of story, but it also would probably just be like a B-tier movie, because I can't imagine anything that huge or extravagant could ever do that well, because it's just such an outlandish topic.
That we've been waiting years to see. When did they become rivals? Was it before or after DB Cooper hijacked the plane? Did Bigfoot have a flight to catch and DB Cooper ruined his holiday plan? Bigfoot goes toe-to-toe with his ultimate rival, the guy that stole a plane, causing him to miss Thanksgiving dinner with his dear mother, Big Mom. Also, Eric Roberts is also in this. Big Mom. How does he keep getting Eric Roberts? Does he owe David money? After Halloween,
I'm telling you, they have Eric Roberts captive.
Based around speaking animals, such as Easter Bunny Puppy, a talking cat, a talking pony. So it appears that a Halloween
Those
Puppy
are just
was his
YouTube
first
thumbnails.
attempt
What?
on making a family film, and he still couldn't resist just adding a little bit of David magic in there.
Listen to you, big boy. Yeah, we're gonna kill you over and over again all night and spray
Okay,
you
so
with
yeah,
fake
that
blood
tension
and guts
was
and stuff.
The titling of his movies can also get a little strange, such as Bunker of Blood, Chapter 6, Zombie Lust, Night Flesh. That is a loaded title, especially when I realized that chapter 1 through 4 of that saga aren't even listed on IMDb. And to be honest, I don't even know if they exist. Inherently, these movies
started on chapter 5.
I understand that there's a market for them. There's nothing wrong with that. But to give them posters and titles that make them appear as if they are normal movies, David is being a ruthless
There's a time and
businessman.
place.
There could be potentially thousands that have unintentionally watched homoerotic, lightly creamed corn. And for that, I salute you, David. It's kind of a baller move. I had no idea that finding this movie, A Halloween Puppy, would take me on a journey like this, but my God, I hope you found it as ridiculous as I did. Happy Halloween!
Oh, hey, that's not until next upload. I mean, what? I didn't just spoil the next reaction. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, so that was a journey, to say the least. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how I feel after that video. It kind of took an interesting turn by like the 19-minute mark, but I'm still down for it because Ted was just so comedic the whole time. I absolutely loved it. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, go subscribe to Ted. He did an amazing job with this, so please go subscribe if you haven't already. But after you do that, please make sure that you come back over here and hit the subscribe button for me, because we are trying to hit 1.7 thousand subscribers by the end of November. I think it's totally possible, and I know that y'all are so amazing, and we've done it before, so we can do it again. So please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But while you're down there, please make sure to leave a like, as it will always help the channel, and also make sure to leave a comment on what you think I should react to next, or what you thought of the video. I am always open to suggestions, and I love hearing what you have to say. But that's about it for today. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.